Hi everybody, welcome to my channel, Paperbacks and Lattes. My name is Paige, and today I want to tell you some of my favorite things that I have done or acquired in February. So I did this video last month with my January favorites, and I really enjoyed doing it. It is something that I can look back on the month and, look back on what I've been doing or what my favorites have been. If you hear tags jingling in the back of the background of this video, it is my dog. He is currently right here beside me. So, yeah, we'll just have to make do. But anyway, back to my favorites. I did this. I stole the idea from Bree from In Love and Words. She does her monthly tea chats, and I thought it will look so fun. So please go watch her videos because that is totally where I stole the idea from. I will not lie. But now he's barking at the cat. So, come here. Come here. Oh, geez. He's worse than my sons. Come here. Come here. Oh, geez. Geez Louise. All right. Anyway, on to my favorites. I put them in 4 categories because I do TV, anything that I've been doing on TV, anything to do with books, items that I've acquired throughout the month that I really particularly like, and things that I have just been doing in the month. So let's go ahead and get started. Sorry, this dog is like, it is playtime, y'all. So for TV, my husband and I have been watching Sons of Anarchy. I think we started it in December, and we've watched it all through January and through about half of February. So we did continue on with the Sons of Anarchy show. Oh my goodness, this dog. We have okay. Thank you for the kisses. Thank you. Lay down. So we have not finished this show still. We are very far along into the show, but we just kind of got burnt out on it because that's like all we had been watching. And I knew where the show was going because I accidentally saw, well, my husband saw a couple of spoilers for the end. And then I accidentally saw a spoiler, even though I wouldn't let my husband tell me what the spoilers are, but I did find out one. And then I found out another one, so I just kind of like, I kind of lost interest in it. And that's all we had been watching, and I wanted to watch something else. So we then we were still watching Nurses every week. As you know, season 1 was coming out every week, and so we just watched the show every week. And I really enjoy Nurses. It reminds me a lot of Grey's Anatomy, but only except focusing on the doctors, they're focusing on the nurses. And these are just the nurses working at this particular hospital and what they go through, what, caring for each of their patients, and also it delves into their personal lives as well. So season 1 is over now, it is. But we had been watching that every week, and I began watching Bridgerton. I have not read the books. I had thought about joining in when they were right before the Bridgerton movie was released with the readathon, reading all those books, but historical romances are still pretty new for me. It takes a lot for me to read one. And so I decided not to do that, but I am enjoying the show. I'm not very far into it. With the reading, choosing to read over watching TV, a lot of TV, I tend to not watch as much TV, but I do plan to continue the Bridgerton series because I was really enjoying it a lot. So it really got me hooked into the Bridgerton show. And then me and my husband had also started back watching 911. We had realized that there was a lot of what we have missed in that show. That's a show that we used to watch together. And so we began watching that again. My husband, he loves watching TV and he does not read. Whereas I read and don't watch a lot of TV. So we're like exact opposites. But in the evenings, I will sacrifice reading time to watch some TV with him because he really likes when I do that. So that is why I get in some TV time, because I do sacrifice some of my reading time to watch TV with him. So anyway, that is all the TV that I watched in February. I don't even think I watched any movies. Now on to the section of books. So I read 25 books in February, and I was very pleased with that amount, and a lot of them were really great reads. And of course, I usually have really great reads because I only read things that I'm interested in. So, yeah, I read 25 books. My favorite book of the month was Still by Kennedy Ryan. This is the third book in the Grip trilogy. Oh, I loved it so much. I cried. Oh, I cried because there are really sad things in the book, but there's also like wonderful things because the main two characters in the book, which are Grip and Bristol, and their love they have for each other, especially the love that Grip has for Bristol, is so heartwarming. And oh, I just fell in love with these characters, with their story, with just the whole 9 yards. I love the whole trilogy, but Still was my absolute favorite because it just really shows their life together and what they go through together and how they overcome obstacles, and just seeing that they have true love and that it stands, you know, it holds up through everything. And I just loved it so much. So I will not go any further into that, but that was my favorite book of the month. I had my whole TBR for February set up. And then Shelby from Shelby Taggart Reads had made this Instagram book challenge. It's like a Valentine's bingo board. And so I'm like, well, I will read some books that, you know, I can fill in the prompts for that. So I made a little TBR for that. And then I realized that the Black Arthur Readathon was going on. I don't know where my head was at. But I realized that was going on. So then I kind of just scrapped all of my TBR and then only read books authored by Black authors in the month of February. So the very first book I read in February was by a different author, but all the other books I read in February were by Black authors because I really wanted to do that. So that was just something that I chose to do. And I read some really great books in the month of February. And I know that you'll be shocked to hear this, but I discovered that I love audiobooks. I have tried audiobooks in the past and they just didn't work for me. I don't know what I was doing to not, you know, like, I guess I just didn't really give them a try. But I'm like, well, my books have been dwindling down so fast because I either read on my phone or physically, but it's usually on my phone, ebooks. So I'm like, I've got to pick up my reading pace. I'm not reading as many books as I want to. There's so many books that I want to read, and it just seems like I keep getting less read every month. And so I renewed my Scribd subscription and tried out an audiobook, and that was like the first audiobook I got through, like the whole thing. And I really discovered that I liked audiobooks. So I now listen to quite a bit of audiobooks now because I can just stick my headphones on and just go about the day. You know, of course there's times, you know, because I have two children, but while I'm cleaning and doing other things, I can just be reading, listening to a book. So I discovered that I really like audiobooks in the month of February. And then on February 23rd, I was a guest on a reading sprint. It was the romance reading sprints that they do on Tuesdays. And because I'm trying to get more involved with the booktube and book community. Sometimes I feel like there's so much on my plate already. It's hard to do everything that I want to do. But I really enjoy watching those reading sprints on Tuesdays, and so I signed up for one, and so yay, I was on that reading sprint. I really enjoyed it, and I was on with a lot of other great booktubers, and I just really enjoyed that. I want to do it again soon. But yeah, I was a guest host on that, and it was actually on Kayla's channel, and I will have her channel linked down below. I'll also have Bree's channel linked down below because I know I mentioned her. Anybody that I mention, I'll have their links listed down below. So let's go ahead and get to the third section. This is other items that I have acquired during the month. So I actually acquired kind of a lot this month. I don't know why, but it just happened that way. My first item was my new iPad. So I've actually never had an iPad. I've always wanted one, but you know, it's just a purchase that I've never really been, it's not a necessary purchase. It's just a purchase entirely on want. Well, my husband got it for me. He surprised me with it. So this is my new iPad. I'm so excited. I had been doing the digital reading journal on my phone, but it was so tiny and it didn't work right. And now I can do digital journaling on my iPad and just a lot of other things. I was writing like everything down in my notebooks, like anything to do with my videos, but now it pretty much all goes into my iPad. So I have really been enjoying this. So this is also, I got the iPad in the case. We went to Best Buy and I picked out a case for it. I really like this rose gold. So pretty. I love rose gold. My favorite colors are purple and black, but I also really like rose gold for electronic items. So, and then this is clear on the back, and it's got the little, it plops down, and then of course, when you open the case, it can also become a stand. So I really enjoyed that. So anyway, I got an iPad, which I'm totally stoked for. Another thing that I acquired in the month of February is my friend's mug. This I got from Five Below. I don't know if you have Five Below stores around you, but I love Five Below. It is a store that everything is $5 or less, which they are getting in more. They have a section of $10 or less, but most of the store is $5 or under. And they just have so many cute things in the store. And when I saw this mug, I collect coffee mugs, especially of my favorite things. And of course, I love Friends. And so I had to get it. So this will be going in my coffee mug collection. But yeah, isn't that so adorable? I totally love it. And then another thing I got at Five Below, I am obsessed with their perfumes. It's actually, they're not as good as a perfume that you spend lots of money on. They're $5, but I like to acquire them. So whenever I go to the makeup section, I always have to smell the perfumes, but that is what it looks like. They come in these cute little bottles and I smelled and I'm like, I have to get it. So this one is Mysterious Moonlight. So it actually smells really good. I always get compliments when I wear this one, but I'm totally loving the little perfume sprays that they have there. Another thing that I got was headphones. These are my new headphones. I have been using my earbuds that came with my iPhone, but wearing them for so long, listening to an audiobook would make my ears sore. So I went ahead and purchased these. They're Bluetooth, and of course I had to get rose gold to match my iPad case. which my iPad is also rose gold, but you can't see it. But I have been loving these. They fit so comfortably. They fit so well. They're so comfortable on my ears. And I can wear them for a really long time listening to my audiobooks, and they're much more comfortable than earbuds. And then when I get done with them, I just fold them, and then there's a little bag that they sent with them that I put them in. I've really been loving those. And then for my last item, I don't actually have it with me right now because it's somewhere in the laundry. Somewhere, and I didn't want to. Tomorrow is laundry day, so it's a bit much right now, so I don't want to try to go through that, but I will try to find a picture and post it here for you. But I got this gown, a nightgown from Walmart, and it's pink, and it says less talky, more coffee. And of course, as you may know, I am a coffee fiend, so I love coffee and I love the nightgowns. And guess what was best of all of this gown was it has pockets. I was so excited. I had to run into the room where my husband was. I'm like, it's got pockets. I was so excited. So anyway, those are the items that I acquired in February. And I want to tell you a little bit about what I did in February. There was 2 major functions that I went to in February. The first one was a baby shower for a friend of mine. And her baby is a week old. She had him. I can't wait to meet him. She was expecting her baby boy, and we had a baby shower for her, and I made her cake. I'm a cake decorator, and they wanted rustic, but also like elegant. So we came up with this idea of doing, and I'll put the cake image up here for you. But this is what I made for her, and everybody really loved it. And I saved the cake topper that I made for it, and I'm making it into something that she can put in his nursery. And yeah, I really enjoyed going and spending the day with them. It was lots of fun celebrating her and her new baby. We played games, and she opened up her gifts, and it was brunch, and so we had all these little brunch foods that her mom made, and it was fabulous. So that was something that was really fun that I did in February. And then at the end of February, one of my sisters had her bridal shower, so I was able to attend that, and that was so much fun as well. She is getting married in April, and they had her bridal shower. Our stepmom hosted it for her at my aunt's house, and it was such a fun day. And the theme of the bridal shower was fiesta, like Mexican food, because she really loves Mexican food. So they had like different types of chips and dips and guacamole and salsa and all that, and it was so fun. I enjoyed spending the time. There was one of my sisters couldn't make it because she is in England right now. She's been in England for a couple of years. And then but I did get to meet one of my sister-in-laws, which is I hadn't been able to meet her yet. We just hadn't crossed paths at the right time because most of my family lives in Georgia, but she and my brother actually live in Tennessee. And with everything that's gone on with COVID wise, and we just haven't come together until then. I met her. She was so nice, so sweet. She's like a sister that I never knew I had. Like, we just instantly bonded, and I'm so glad that I finally got to meet her and that she is who my brother is with. She's so sweet. I love her so much. I got to spend time with my other sisters. I got to spend time with my dad. I got to spend time with one of my brothers and my stepbrother. The only 2 that were missing was one brother and one sister. Like, I come from a really large family, so we had such an awesome time. I'll put a picture up here of me and my sisters. But yes, I love spending the day. Also, after the bridal shower was over, I went back to my dad's house and we continued spending the day with each other. They made a meal. We had a little lingerie party for my sister, and it was just so good. And then later on at night, we sat around a fire and just talked. And I have missed my family so much. Of course, I live in Florida, and most of them live in Georgia. And it's a few still, you know, live, like one of my sisters lives in England, my brother lives in Tennessee, one brother lives in Washington. It's just, we're scattered all over the place now, which makes me so sad. But any time that I have with my family, I cherish so much because I miss them terribly. And I wish one day we could all live close to each other. That would just make me so happy. But anyway, that is what I did in February. Let me know what your February favorites were, what you did, things you acquired, anything. And I will see you in my next video. Have a great day. Bye.